Hi Leo, this is your friendship reading. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this will not resonate for every single Leo out there. Also, I do want to just say that if this is your first time tuning in, thank you, welcome. But if you are interested in what I do and if you like my videos, please look at in the playlist section that says my thoughts. There's a video there and it talks about what it is that I want to do with this channel. I just wanted to bring it up because I just want people to understand what I'm trying to do for the future of this channel. So thank you. Let's get started. So as you can tell, Leo, I already went and pulled some cards for you because I wanted to kind of see what exactly we are dealing with here. So the first thing that I noticed when I shuffled the cards was I was shuffling it this way and the dragonfly flew straight at me and hit me right in the chest and then like hit me off to the side and like went, but it was like powerful enough force that it startled me. um and I'm sensing that for some of my Leos, you guys could have been startled by a friend or exactly what a friend did to you or said to you. It almost felt like it just flew at me really fast, and even though it like hit me and bounced off of me, it still like left an impression there. Like it kind of shocked me. If you guys can hear, it's kind of raining and stormy. And I have a tin roof, so if you guys can hear noise, that's what that is. It's just just heavy rain. Okay, so sorry, I had to just say that. But I noticed that, and it's interesting is when I think of the dragonfly, especially because it's an air element, I always associate the dragonfly with like wisdom, inner knowledge, inner knowing, just intelligence, a high thinker, like somebody who's very quick on their feet, really fast, and like it's interesting. That's how I always view the dragonfly. And I was thinking with this person, that's kind of what they were. They were like slightly cunning in a way that they could have just said something or left really quickly. It just felt like this person's actions threw you off. And when I first saw this, my first initial thought was you were the firefly in this situation, Leo. But what's kind of what kind of shook me is I'm not quite sure how to necessarily put this because it's an interesting energy. If you can tell, it's like these two are in the reverse and these two are in the upright. And it feels like they're separate energies, but it almost feels like this cobra and this dragonfly maybe talk behind your back or work together. It's almost like one another uses each other to like I'm just sensing that they're kind of toxic and codependent, like they enable each other. And it feels like these two people can be very sneaky, you know. It seems like some of my Leos could be dealing with some fake friends, but it's almost like you have one friend who's pretty true, who seems like they actually have your best interest at heart, Leo. Because with this person, this is kind of what I'm feeling. The person, when I first thought of this elk, this person could be kind of a tidy person, a neat person. Could have like structure in their life. This person can be kind of like this person just, if they're loyal, but it feels like this individual is looking out for you. And this person, this other friend, whoever this elk is, could have warned you about the cobra and the dragonfly, like whoever they were. But I almost felt like this cobra knew that the dragonfly was going to fly at you, you know. And this person sat back and watched. It was like they get amusement out of bothering you, Leo. And it's almost like this elk is like a true friend that doesn't like to see you get hurt. But it's almost like this elk is slightly involved too. And I don't know if this elk maybe necessarily isn't entirely in this friend group, but I'm sensing that the elk kind of is. It's like the elk kind of sits back and just lets, like, they observe what's happening, they acknowledge it, and then they try to bring it forward to you. Because it's almost like and you might have thought this person was just jealous of these two or something at first, you know. But the longer that you've been around these people, it's almost like you're kind of starting to see who your true friends are, Leo. Because it almost feels like whoever it is that you're dealing with, they're not being completely truthful, but there's like one friend who has your back, and that's what it feels like. And it could be an earth element because obviously we have like earth, but it felt like this person was very stable and would be like this person will be always there for you. But the other two are flaky. The other two are just kind of could have a sharp tongue, have a quick wit about them. They could be very manipulative, you know. It just really feels like that. It just kind of feels like a very messed up energy, if that makes sense, you know. Like, these people are almost intimidated by you, Leo, and almost jealous of you. But it's almost like the cobra and the dragonfly don't like the elk because the elk calls them out. Or the elk just doesn't join in on their shenanigans. It's like these two like to upset you, Leo. That's really what it feels like. So if this is resonating so far, then great. I guess, because then I guess I'm tapping more into your energy. But let's see what my Leos are dealing with when it comes towards friends. What is my Leos dealing with when it comes towards friends? Okay. We have the Six of Cups, the Three of Staves, Wands, the King of Wands, the the Ten of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords. The Five of Cups, the Magician, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. A lot of cards, but I felt like, yeah, I felt like you guys needed this. So, something that I have already kind of noticed here is the elk could be a potential soulmate here to help you. For others of you, it could be that the dragonfly or the cobra, like one of these people are your soulmates. And keep in mind, soulmates can be all kinds of people. They can be lovers, parents, siblings, friends, and they can teach you the hardest lessons, so they can be very karmic lessons, or they can teach you, or they're just there to support you, to help you, because not only do we need those people that teach us hard lessons, but we also need those who can support us. And I was sensing there, though, with this, it almost feels like you and the elk are almost like soulmates in a way, like you two just understand each other, and this person's always been there for you, and it almost feels like this person would sit with you in the dark, you know? When you're at your lowest, this person will just sit down next to you. It feels like that kind of energy, like you've known this person before. It's just like when you two knew each other, it kind of clicked. It almost feels like the cobra and the dragonfly are almost jealous of your connection with the elk too, because it's almost like those two can tell that you guys have like a deeper bond perhaps, and that could be bothering them as well. But I'm just sensing that you just have a friend who, and with the elk, I'm not sensing that this elk is all fierce and big. I'm sensing like this person can be very gentle and timid, can be very shy, maybe soft-spoken, but this person's just always has your back. And for you, Leo, you've been feeling kind of like, okay, so this was something I was picking up. You're starting to now, like I said, notice that they are your fake friends. And because of that, you're starting to become kind of aware of who you want in your life and who you don't want in your life. And you're learning to let go of the baggage of other people, letting go of the frustrations that you might have once had. But what I'm sensing, though, is there's a lot of hurt there. I'm sensing that some of you guys have felt very betrayed by these individuals, and especially the dragonfly. I'm just really feeling like that dragonfly there is just, there's something, you know, like this person, like I said, like that card flew right at me and hit me in the chest. So For some of you guys, this person could have hit you right in your, it almost felt like it was in between my heart chakra and my solar plexus. And then, like I said, it just skidded off to the side. But like, yeah, it startled me. I didn't see it coming. But whatever has happened between you and these two individuals, it made you feel kind of stuck, because it's almost like at one point in time you really couldn't understand why they did what they did, and you're eventually now learning to just move past it, just let go, because you almost in a way realize that you can't get these two people, like your two friends, you can't get them to look at you in any other way besides how they want to look at you. You know, maybe for some of my Leos, you guys might maybe have tried to prove yourself to them, saying that you're not this type of person that they're painting you out to be. And maybe you're trying to prove that to other people, and you're now learning that sometimes you just can't control how other people perceive you, and you just have to accept it. And for some of you guys are now just kind of getting past, like I said, how you might have felt hurt and betrayed by these people. So let's see one quick. Let's clarify. Six of Cups. But that's kind of just what it seems. Okay. Okay. See, now it's getting, like, I like this, because now I have a little bit more of a detail of what's happening here. More clarifiers. Okay. So that's starting to make a little bit more sense. I'm feeling like this dragonfly actually could be more of a soulmate towards you. Because I was wondering if this was more of a, like, karmic-like lesson. Because the elk, I was sensing, like, for some of you, yeah, that could be the case. But it felt more like the elk was just one of those people to support you. You know, this is a person that you needed in your corner. And that's kind of like it, because it almost feels like when I looked at that Six of Cups, my first thought was the dragonfly and then the elk. So for some of you guys, it could be that you have two soulmate friends, because technically everybody is your soulmate, but there are just some that are more noticeable because you spent more lifetimes with specific people, right? So that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like this dragonfly was a soulmate that's teaching you some hard lessons. I think this person can be a little bit of an energy vampire and can kind of drain you guys. I think that this person likes to get noticed and likes to be the center of attention. And I think for some of you guys, this person's very, like, they just, they have insecurities, and then they try to make you look worse than what you are, Leo, because sometimes, like, you know how Leos can look very snazzy and just look nice, you know? But this person is almost intimidated by you, and it's teaching you what it's like. This person's learning some valuable lessons too about jealousy and envy, and not going so low. Like, this person is choosing to essentially belittle you in front of others, or to make you to build you down. Like, this person's breaking down who you are slowly but surely. And I have the image in my head like, you know, when there's a rock in the river and the water keeps going over the rock. Well, eventually what happens is that, you know, the initial first couple of times or 100th time, it doesn't really shave the rock, but eventually it makes the rock smooth and it loses its edges, right? It's kind of what it feels like this person's trying to take away that part of you that's edgy, that part of you that who you are, right? Um, and I think that this person was very selfish as well. And I think that for some of you guys have been in denial about the situation because you don't want to think that this person, because it's like you have a love for this person, you care for this person. You don't want to see this individual leave your life. It's almost like you're slightly codependent with this person, like this friend. Um, but you know that this person has a lot of influence on you. This person could be like considered a martyr as well, like always about them, you know, and this could be like different friends, right? Because I'm picking up you have 3 friends, but I'm really just saying that this feels like this dragonfly really just made an impact compared to the other 2 cards. But it's almost like this person's intimidated by your light, and this person holds a different perspective when it comes towards you. And it's almost like this person gets mad because it feels as though this individual watches you and watches like, yeah, you have a hard life. Say something bad happens to you, Leo. You always never either show it, or you always try and make light of a situation, or you always try to, like you're always there to uplift others. It feels like you're always there to like you don't want to burden people with your problems very much, so you might not really complain as much or however, but it's like you're almost painting an image in this person's mind that you're better than them, because this person might like to complain a lot, might like to act like their life is so hard that they do everything and nobody helps them out. It feels like that. But this person can be very cold and distant from you at times, especially when you don't offer them anything. If this person feels like, it's like if you can benefit this person will be right there. If you have to have help, this person will try to make excuses, or if they do help you, they'll use that against you in the future. It feels like this person has a lot of insecurities. It feels like this person's very strategic as well on how they plan things to keep you trapped. It feels like this person pre-plans this. Because it's like you're trying to learn to get unstuck, but it's hard because now you have all of these. It's like this person slowly puts things into your mind, Leo, that you're a terrible friend, or that, you know, you're mean, or that you're this, or yet you're that, and you're having to heal through that, and you're having to also heal through how you once viewed them. Because for some of you guys, you might have now a judgment of who this person is, and you might paint them out to be like a devil, and it's like learning that this person has their good, has their bad. We all have good, we all have bad. Learn to accept both, I guess, because I'm sensing that that's a part of your healing, is having to understand, like, wait, why did my friend do this to me? Well, it could be a lot of reasons to why somebody might hurt you, or why somebody might say something or do something behind your back. Because first off, this person, you have to look at it from this point of view. This person's untrustworthy. So what parts of your life are you not trusting self? And that could be a part of a lesson as to why this person's in your life. Because I am sensing for some of you guys are having to learn who is fake and who is real, and who is there for you and who is not there for you. Because I'm sensing that the friend who's always kind of been there for you, Leo, you might have pushed off to the side a little bit. Because I almost feels like the elk and you, like you guys are close, but it almost just feels like you might neglect the elk a little bit, you know? This person might be left more out of the picture, and the other 2 toxic friends are like wedged in there, because if you could tell, they're like in between you and this elk, right? So it kind of just feels like that you're having to figure out who is really your true friend. And honestly, I feel like healing will take time for this, because I'm sensing for some of you guys this was a big betrayal, and now ever since this person, you've always had kind of a hard time getting over this situation. But it's mostly because you felt kind of hurt by it. you enjoyed the good times that you've had with this person and your friends, and maybe that's what you're reminiscing about, because it's hard to leave friends behind, and it feels like you know deep down, like intuitively, you know deep down that you don't need those two friends. You don't need that dragonfly, which I'm sensing is probably a soulmate here. Somebody who is here to teach you something. And this person's also jealous, Leo, because I think you guys are very independent, at least for the most part, or at least you come off independent. And this person gets very, they get very jealous about it. And they might even get a little obsessive. And they have just like, they just have this image that might not be real, but they have this image about you, and they don't like you because of it. It's like this person has beliefs since childhood that has circled around till now, and it's like you're triggering parts of their childhood, and it pisses them off. You know, you two trigger each other. But it feels like you're trying to be healthier, or at least nicer about it, and this other person is not very. This person could probably, I'm also hearing just take a chill pill sometimes, you know? Alright, so let's pull some cards here from the Kipper deck to kind of see if there's any final messages for my Leos. Ooh. Okay. Alright. So we have distant future, and we have mature man and wealthy man, both in the reverse. This could be the person that you're dealing with. This person could have money, or this person could have some kind of form of resources. This could be like a more mature individual. Doesn't have to be, but I'm just sensing like this is just basically these cards at the end is just kind of to see if there's anything that could resonate for you guys. But there's something off in the distant horizons that you guys have been dreaming about, and it almost feels like this person could be putting you down. And again, like I was sensing with the trapment, like the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords here, and that King of Pentacles, I kept seeing that this person was very strategic, very careful on how they plan. And I almost wondered if sometimes this person might use money against you, Leo. Something like that to keep you stuck in this relationship. It's like this person's codependent on you in a way, but this person is like jealous of you. So I don't know, maybe this could be, but it's just like this is a friendship reading. So friendships can be in all kind of forms and all different ways. So however that happens. But yeah, it just feels like a lot of my Leos just have some toxic fake friends in their circle that you are now becoming more and more aware of. And I feel like somebody's teaching you a lesson, and that's mostly to be independent on your own, Leo, to not rely on another person for help, to know that you have the power to trust yourself, that you have the ability to know what is right and what is wrong for you, and not have to take advice from this person or not feel like you are in control of this, like this person's in control of you. So that's just what I have for my Leos. I hope that this resonates for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.